Hi and welcome. And today we are going to talk about another interesting thing about cricket. Is cricket is becoming more of a broken sport. So we need to start a little bit from the history of cricket. And who other than my co-host is more qualified to speak about the history of cricket? So, shall we, from your era, can you tell me the long history the cricket has walked so far?
Not my era, it's my great grandfather's era.
Yeah, it started before.
Right, okay. Technically, what I like is that era,
Yes.
they were playing cricket.
Okay.
They were playing cricket as a game because, do you know that first cricket match was played not in between Australia and England?
That trivia, I know that. It's between Canada and US. Yeah.
It was in 1844.
Yes.
It was some common game they
Right.
wanted to practice this as an international game.
Okay.
Maybe in your backyard there may be some Australia, England, South Africa, maybe played that. But as an international recognition, that was the very first match in 1844. It was a 3-day encounter. It says that from 24th to 26th of September,
Right.
it was played.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So 180 years of international cricket history we can talk about today.
Right,
So
right.
within that,
Sure.
the game established, game progressed, and game just went on in a good way. Right?
Yeah, sure.
So we saw it's 1877, we say the official first test. It was just the English guys who traveled to Australia and had a test match. And there was a historic win of 45 runs
Yeah, sure.
by Aussies.
Oh, yeah.
And then, you know what? The test, what we call test,
Yes.
right? Actually, why you know it called as test?
Because it tests everything?
Exactly. What English guys were doing is
Yes.
the game what they have done,
Right.
right? So they want some what you call lab rats.
Sure.
So with their guys whom they were in South Africa, England, New
Right.
Zealand,
Right.
and Canada, like they tested the game.
My God.
Even Sri Lankans were.
Yeah. So it's very funny, right? English had different lab rats for different things. For democracy, it's Ceylon. For cricket, it's Australia.
Right? So game is such democrat.
Yeah.
So with those democrats, game progressed. And what we say as normal general cricket test in record books, which is coming in 1890s.
Oh,
Right,
okay.
so,
Just almost 50 years after the first game.
Exactly. Because what we say as a test cricket official opening was not recorded in a proper way. The
Yeah.
Bannerman centuries and all those things. But once Sir Grace and some other historic characters came into the picture, some record books were trying to troll up.
Oh, okay. So they
Right,
had
so-
some issues about they were playing cricket,
Yeah.
but it was not properly recorded.
Properly recorded as well as there was no proper formatting.
Sure.
Because they were having the bats, they were having different size of bats, different size of boundaries, and some certain things were not properly given measurements.
Right.
So the proper things, recordings, and the things has to be tested and mature, and which we are saying they were playing a beta version, if I say in our computer common language. Right?
Beta version of cricket.
Right? So the beta version has become some alpha version. No, the test beds were over by 1890s.
Oh, okay. So they were playing different, trial and error and everything. And perhaps England would have been, on a funnier note, when Australia started winning, they picked up same old Aussies always cheating.
You know that what it was said that when the Aussie guys
Yeah.
went into England,
Okay.
right, and they defeated Aussies, and the Daily Telegraph, one journalist was writing, right, Australian has come to England and burnt the cricket of England
Oh
and
my
taken the
God.
ashes from there and took it back to Australia.
That's where this Ashes name established. Right.
Right? So from there it is having some different book. It says that their England captain then was said that they wanted to take that Ashes back to England. So that's how the game revival. We call the name revival. You know, I think just that word is very familiar to from the Indian captains today.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So that has started, right? So the cricket is something all about rivalries, friendships, collections,
Yeah.
memorandas, all those things we are just collecting for you here.
Of course. And then the very first World Cup also had 75 overs, right?
70, not really, 60 overs.
60 overs.
60 overs. So before we are coming there, actually until something like 1900, we were having two nations
Okay.
playing game.
Only-
and
only
1909, like their third companion came into picture, who is called?
New Zealand.
Not really.
My
I know you like New Zealand to be.
Of course.
But
That's why I'm just black. Okay.
right? But not black caps, but it was the Wallabies in rugbies, but they are in the cricket, South Africa.
South Africa.
South Africa in 1909, and then thereafter, by 1912,
Sure.
they wanted to form a what it called International Cricket Union.
Okay.
Right?
Something maybe the foundation for the modern day ICC.
Exactly. But you know that it was called by ICC then also.
Oh, okay.
But not International Cricket Council.
Okay.
It was called the Imperial Cricket Council.
Oh, so this is during the era of imperialism, right? Everybody, when the Britain had an emperor where the sun never sets, right?
So it's an imperial game. It says from there.
Yeah,
right?
of course.
So, but still we say it's ICC, right? Because you know the another ICC is there to dominate.
Yeah, we know that.
Right? So then thereafter the game progressed into 1913, like just before the Second World War.
Yes.
There was an international league or international tournament in
Right.
between.
The colonies.
South Africa, Australia and England, they were playing two matches each in each country.
Right.
One is coming to England, one is coming to Australia, one is coming to South Africa. In between, they were playing these tournaments.
Right.
So the beauty was, in between those, there were 9 games. During the 9 games, 6 were washed out.
Oh.
Because they were just traveling inside their rainy seasons. So
Right.
that's the very first time they were recognized. You have to plan it out. Games, the longer games, because the rugby, football, everything could find the interval you can play underwater.
Yes.
Even you see the rugby and football games are playing.
Yeah.
Why not the tennis?
Yeah.
Right?
It will be like raining, but still they will be comfortably playing between them.
Exactly, but not cricket, right?
Yes.
So they recognized that game could not played. Luckily, there were no guys like the Sri Lankan groundkeepers, right?
Back then,
By
during
back
the
then.
colonial time. Yeah, of course.
Exactly, and also do you know what?
Yes.
The then Australian grounds were not covered after a match.
Oh, right.
If there is a rain
Yeah.
for half an hour,
Finished.
full day would be finished.
Oh, yes.
No covers applied until Second World War.
Oh, okay.
So how the game progressed during first few decades actually was their own way. Your backyard, you are playing the game same way the international game is played.
Right,
For example, Australia 8 ball overs, England 6 ball overs, South Africa until 12-13 like they were also 8 ball overs, right? And they went for the England 6 ball thereafter.
right,
So as of the First World War, there was a closing time for the game, and thereafter First World War, they were having a discussion. More nations should be there to make to be international.
International, of course.
Right.
Of course.
So by 1924, like they were in the discussion, and came into picture India, West Indies, and ULAU.
New
New
Zealand.
Zealand, right?
Okay.
So,
finally, they gave a chance to New
Yeah,
Zealand.
so they got, I think, New Zealand got into the game by 1929,
Right.
and India by 1930,
Yes, sure.
and also West Indies by 1930.
Sure.
So all three, and by 6 nations, it has become more international
Right, sir.
by 1930, right? So this game just progressed, and the game is building. Now, it's an international level, right?
Okay.
But the game is having a beauty. You know what? They were playing most of the tests. It was called test match.
Okay.
How we are playing today test matches?
We start in the morning, we play for the whole day, we break it for lunch, tea, and then we
How many
close.
days?
5 days.
5 days. Do you know that earlier it was a timeless test mostly, in Australia especially,
Oh, okay.
because they were not covering the things.
Right, right.
Right, in South Africa even. But in England they were having times because they were having their logical ways of doing it.
Yeah.
So basically in the history we played 99 timeless tests.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
Okay.
so within those tests, you are playing until a result. There were tests which were played for 9 days, 8 days, 7 days, more than 5 days.
Until somebody is done, they
Yeah.
are not going to
And
give up.
also there was no what we called a word called declaration.
Oh, okay, okay.
Right,
okay.
so until one is die even, they're going to bat.
I'm just thinking about what would have been the scene that Sri Lanka scored 952 if Arjuna would have been there. Never come back until they are done.
No, do you know what? I saw a comment,
Yeah.
one Indian was put in there, and just, it's a joke for me.
Yeah.
Actually, it was asking whether that test match is a timeless test.
Timeless test.
Right? So
True,
by
true,
then
true.
there was a time 859 was scored by England against South Africa, and the first triple century came by Bill Farnsworth, and there was a time 903 was scored by England.
Oh my God.
All those in this timeless test.
Timeless test. Yeah. yeah.
Right? So within that thing, and there was something become just, bowlers are just bowling. Batters are just batting.
That's it.
That's it. But the good part is they are scoring, and there were no ways of trying to find out technically out, taking the people out and making it there. So
right.
the first hero who has come, W.G. Grace, and there were some players like Bill Farnsworth and all those. But in the game, we know our very first test hero. Who is he?
You mean the globally or first?
Globally, buddy.
Well.
Sir Don Bradman.
Yes.
So Don Bradman, when came into picture in 1930, Australia was stunned, England. Because he was scoring like nothing. By the 1932 tour, right, the English captain, the guy who wanted to just put something, to make him controlled. Right? So he wanted to control himself, and what these guys are doing is they were applying some game restrictions like
Right.
what he called bodyline bowling. And the bodyline techniques and those things were
Coming
applying
into
there in the test cricket in
Just
the very
because-
first time, those things. But we will talk it in different chapters.
Sure.
Right? So this game changes has become, and the test cricket was having some application of the technique, and those things are coming. Right? So after Second World War, it has become more international.
Of course.
So the 6-ball rule was still there in England and other countries. Still Australia was applying 8-ball rule.
Yeah, they are like, as always.
Believe me, until 1979.
They were having 8 balls. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's
Right? So the first ODI played in the world was in 1971. It was played in Australia, in Adelaide. In that match, it was a 8-ball into 40 overs match.
So 320 balls.
Right? So in that match, it was the same format, each progress. And when it came to England, they were playing for 360 balls.
Because they were playing like 60 overs.
60 overs of 6 balls.
Yes.
By then, the 1983 World Cup, still Sri Lankans were playing with the 60 overs.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay.
So generally it was progressed, and we were experiencing it differently. But the cricket game was formatted in different ways. If you remember, the 5-day test has now become something after 1939.
Sure.
Do you know what happened there?
No.
There was a test played in between South Africa and England.
Okay.
Right? And it was playing for 9+ days. It was originally planned for 7 days. Right?
Okay.
And their boat was planned to leave from the port in the very next morning. So what happened was,
They had
by
stopped
the
the
last time, by the last day,
Yeah.
England has to score 44, 45 runs to win.
Right.
Still, their boat was due to leave in the morning. So they had to stop the test match, and by the 10th day, they had to leave from the game.
Right.
So that
right.
by then it was stopped. Then International Cricket Council has made a decision. It will be 5 tests from there.
Right. Five
So
days.
after Second World War it started, and I remember it was having actually 6 days.
Right.
One rest day in between. After 2 days or after third day,
You
there will
can
be a
take a
test.
rest day. Okay, okay.
Right? So that was the format they were going with a test. But it was beautiful. Game was applying, we saw the techniques, we saw the bowlers bowling well, and the players are resting, and we saw the stroke play. I still love to recall the guys like Vivian Richards, and you know the guys from our backyards, Dulip,
Yeah.
Aravinder's hooks. All those were something to recollect, and take home.
Take home.
And the cricketers are just going by bus.
Sure.
Because if you believe me, right, I still remember when I was schooling, right, when I was into Ananda by 86 to 90, I still remember some cricketers were just I was meeting, right, they were going by bus. They were going by bus. Then, no professional called professional in there. Right? But still there were some sponsors and all those things came into Maharajas and those ones. But they were having such simple life.
I read about it very first time when Sri Lanka traveled to England for a test match. They didn't have a place to stay because our board didn't have money. Then this Maharaja owner gave his flats in London for them to stay. So everybody shared the same flat. So that was the cricket that really we had those days.
Exactly. So then we saw the game how progress, the test, what you call test. And also the ODI also came into picture with 50, in Sri Lanka, like we saw the formatting, like it was 45 overs until mid of 1980s. It was 45 overs Sri Lanka when you were seeing that playing. And do you know that other than what it called 8 ball over, there was a testing people were doing 4 ball overs.
Okay.
Different people are different formatting because you want to show I am different from others.
Yeah. So
Right?
that's there.
Those countries and there were 5 ball overs.
Yes.
For the ODIs, there are records I found. There are 50 over matches, 55 over matches, and 40 over matches. All those in different formats until 1980s mid, because different countries are having their own formatting, their different sun out times, especially our countries which are tropical countries. England is playing long hours because there were no light use until mid 1980s, right? So what was happening was, until a guy called Kerry Packer came into picture, people were playing with white clothing, red ball,
Yes.
ODI test both.
But even in 90s, I have seen Sri Lanka playing one-day matches in white jerseys.
Yeah,
and
because until 2000 or 2001,
Yes.
internationally white was allowed.
Yeah, white.
And after 2001, it was all colored
it's
and white ball.
white ball.
Right? So basically, these formats were going ahead. And the Kerry Packer is the guy who has taken the game out to the commercializing. Because he was the owner of the Channel 9. And he was playing hugely. If you remember guys like Alvin Kalicharan, Conrad Hall, I think of the big names of the West Indies name.
Right.
That's how he has kept West Indies cricket bit away from the international arena.
Right.
And taken some names. And for the very first time, players are playing for money.
Sure.
Right? So they were playing what it called in our local context, it was saying the masala cricket.
Okay.
Right? So this masala
If that
cricket.
was masala, then we should think about what's happening now.
Yeah, so it was said the masala cricket,
Right.
and the masalas just tasting differently and all those things.
True.
And which has become more into the 96 World Cup, we know the game
Yeah.
and how it has become. So you know some stories.
Sure, sure. Because there's a book about the war miners shooting. It was written and how the money first time came into cricket, especially in 1996 World Cup. And especially how the TV sponsorship became a big deal for them to speak about it. Even they need to, for the very first time, they were discussing about the distances between the venues and the scheduling about like, because if all these things came into the broadcaster's perspective, advertisement money coming inside and sponsorship coming inside. So it's 1996 World Cup is like, not only it's a game changer for Sri Lanka and the course of the Sri Lankan cricket, but overall cricket and overall ICC events, it was a big deal because that's when the boards and the ICC realized that how much money that a World Cup or multinational tournament can bring in. And then, as we saw, you nicely explain about the history and everything, and we need to take one small thing because cricket is the only game, international game, have three formats. And of course, the England now say the 100 is the fourth format. England always continue to experiment in cricket. They have a county championship
They are
for like 40
testing.
overs.
They are testing.
They are testing. They wanted to be good at something at somewhere. So they are having this 100 and all this thing. But on a very funny note, imagine if this was started by some other board. They would have been like, now like crying all over. They said like, okay, if it is India started, they said, oh, BCCI is now destroying cricket. And then when there is Australia, they will be like, shouting as same old Aussie is always cheating because they can't win 20 overs, so now they are bringing 100 balls. So if it is like a board like Sri Lanka, New Zealand, Pakistan, West Indies, they said like, you be grateful that we are giving you test matches, why you want to experiment so much in cricket. So cricket is also like, as we saw, evolved a lot. It just came into that. But there are so many concerns coming out of cricket that also we need to address separately. But overall, it's very funny. Now people are talking about this Test 20.
Another T20.
Yeah, another T20 because they want the first team to bat 10 overs, then the opposition team to bat 10 overs. Because these have been things which has been talked even in 90s, especially because when the
Do you know that the Hong Kong Sixers still a highlight for people?
Yeah.
Because the Sixer side in backyard in our normal ground in a village, still we love it. Right? Sixer side, how they play it and how they will bowl it. And for every ball you are trying to hit it. Because this masala cricket, or what we say, is not something new to us.
Yeah, so we
were playing it. We were being playing it. Now they are putting it to 20, the 6 overs.
Yeah.
Right? And they are trying to put it, the baseball coaches, into the cricket coaches.
Of course. So it's been like a different story. Anyway, so we will conclude this episode with how the cricket came and how many sports, how many different formats are here. And it's been...
In this one, you tell me something because we have to very much highlight.
Okay.
If you say any board game or any other ground game, you say it football, rugby, American football, hockey, ice hockey.
Yeah.
Can you tell me any other game who are playing it for at least 2-3 centuries? Different format, different timing, something differently. Those are all international games which we say the cricket is playing only by international recognized 10 countries maximum.
Yeah.
Other countries are adding up only.
Yes, sure.
Who are playing different formats and playing the game in a funny manner.
I don't see any sport which is coming very close to that type of issues. Perhaps I would say only game which has been played for like centuries, having a slight variation is tennis, just because of the surface.
I know you're a tennis player, and you can say the changes of that more than anyone.
Because it's like you have few Grand Slams they play on clay, few Grand Slams they play on hard court, few Grand Slams they play on like grass court, and there is a slight variation. You can either play as like 1-to-1, or you can play like doubles. 2 players get together one side and play. But that's a very minute variation when compared to cricket. But like if you just say like other team sports, and another one, you can't like draw parallels between tennis and cricket because that is an individual sport. This is a team sport.
Teams.
So when you come to the team sport, either it is like rugby, football, or hockey, as you said, like even ice hockey, and so many things. Even now, futsal has become a separate sport. They have World Cup for futsal.
Exactly,
But
exactly.
not they are not drawing parallel to football, right? So it and there is volleyball, there is netball, so many things, basketball, right? All these
Even
things
baseball.
baseball. So but baseball is pretty much like similar to cricket, but
Yeah,
they only have one
yeah.
format.
Exactly.
They only
exactly.
have one format.
Exactly.
So this is a very interesting fact. People are continue to experiment in cricket, but we are saying you are experiment too much. Like please give cricket some space for it to exist as cricket
And breathe.
and breathe. Right, exactly. So
Because
we
as viewers, we like to enjoy the game.
yeah.
We like to enjoy the spirit of the game and the things which are happening and to analyze it.
Of
Not
course.
we don't want to see something called hitting and those things. The game even you love the how the players are highlighted and technically how batters, bowlers, fielders, everyone is committed and doing the things which I told you, which the but players are just professional enough to be simple and go ahead with their game plans, and they are not too busy. Because I know with a lot of franchises building all over the world, you correctly told, I think there are about at least a player busy for 200 days, some players busy for now, and most of the international players, right? Because from West Indies especially, and even South Africa we saw some good players from ABD and Pooran recently from West Indies, like they just going out in early 30s.
Yeah,
And
sure,
even our
sure.
Tisara Pereiras.
Yeah, so
And those all were going for the things which are not under control of.
the boats and
Exactly.
the different.
So those things would be because of you have introduced it.
Sure.
Right? So the game should be having some good controls and a better way of playing it.
Sure.
Techniques needs to be applied properly and people to watch it and feel it, especially the feeling.
Yeah.
I want to have in my front of my TV, bring a coffee, right, and a biscuit, and see still David Gower is Sangakkara having a good cover drive.
Yeah, of course.
Aravinda De Silva's hook shot,
Of course.
right?
Oh, Sanat Jayasuriya's airborne cut.
Recall it.
Yeah.
Guys, recall it. It's cricket.
Of course, that's cricket for all of us. So with that, we will conclude this discussion, and we will just really thank you for watching, and we'll catch you in another episode. Cheers.
No more hiccups, please. Cheers.